let me hit you with the truth. AI is not coming, it's already here, and it's not asking for permission. It's replacing jobs, shifting power, and creating millionaires out of kids with laptops. Every single day, people are waking up to you've been laid off emails, while others who barely know what they're doing are waking up to you got paid notifications. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is the reality. You're either the person using AI to build income machines, or the person who's getting replaced by one. There's no middle ground, because AI isn't just some cool trend, it's a revolution, a gold rush. And if it sounds familiar, that's because we've seen this before. Remember when people first heard about Bitcoin? They laughed. They said it was a gimmick, a toy for tech nerds. Fast forward a few years, and those same toys turned early believers into millionaires, while everyone else stood on the sidelines saying, "I wish I got in sooner." AI is that moment. But this time, you don't need to mine coins. You just need to know how to use the tools and what to do with them. And here's the kicker. The tools are free. The knowledge is out there. The window is wide open right now. So the only question is, who's going to act on it? Will it be you, learning to launch a real income stream using tools like ChatGPT, Midjourney, 11 Labs, and plug-and-play marketing systems? Or someone else who's hungrier than you, someone who doesn't overthink, doesn't wait, doesn't scroll past? Because while you're hesitating, others are executing. While you're watching your Instagram and TikTok, they're building businesses. While you're doubting, they're collecting commissions. And you know what? They're not smarter. They're not more qualified. They just moved faster. So if you're still watching, here's what's coming next. In the next 1.5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to take the tools that are disrupting the world and turn them into your own money-making machine, even if you've never made $1 online. And even if you do not know how to write code or use any technology, you can be replaced. Or you can get paid. Decide fast, because you're living in the middle of a once-in-a-generation shift, and 99% of people don't even realize it yet. Imagine buying Apple stocks right before the first iPhone was launched. You would multiply your money by 43. Every few decades, the world hits a breaking point. Everything changes and nothing goes back to how it was. It happened with the internet. It happened with social media. It happened with cryptocurrencies. And now, it's happening again. But this time it's faster, bigger, and more brutal. AI isn't just changing how we work. It's destroying old systems and rewriting the rules. Entire departments are being replaced by code. Freelancers are getting underbid by machines. And companies are choosing software over salaries because software doesn't take sick days. The bottom is falling out of the safe path. College degrees? Worth less every year. Stable jobs? Vanishing. Certainty? Gone. This isn't a glitch. This is the new operating system. And if you're sitting around waiting for things to go back to normal, you're going to wake up one day and realize that world is never coming back. But here's the wild part. While most people panic or pretend nothing's happening, the smart ones are building. They're creating income streams with AI. They're launching businesses that run while they sleep. They're skipping resumes, skipping gatekeepers, skipping the rules entirely, because the game has changed. And in this new game, speed matters more than credentials. Execution matters more than education. Action beats overthinking every time. Right now, you're standing at the edge. One direction leads to frustration, stagnation, and regret. The other leads to freedom, leverage, and explosive opportunity. The AI wave isn't waiting. You either ride it or get crushed by it. So let us show you how to ride it. While you're still thinking about it, others are already cashing in. I'm talking about complete beginners. People with no followers, no tech background, no business experience. One guy used ChatGPT to write product descriptions, launched a store in a weekend, and made his first $3,000 in less than a month. A single mom in Texas started promoting AI-generated content through TikTok. She made $8,500 in her first month. Now she works 2 hours a day from her kitchen table. And a 19-year-old from the Philippines? He built a YouTube automation channel using voice AI and Midjourney thumbnails. He's doing $500 a day, passively. These aren't unicorns. They're just normal people who moved faster than you. They didn't wait for the world to make sense. They took action while everyone else was still watching. And that's the edge. AI isn't about being a genius. It's about being early. And early is now. You don't need to invent something. You just need to plug into the system that's already working. These people didn't have special skills. They just followed a process. The same one I'm about to show you. If they can do it, what's your excuse? Let's be brutally honest. You're behind. The AI wave didn't just start. It's already building momentum. And while you're still watching videos about what's possible, others are already collecting their payouts. You think you have time? That's the lie. Time is what people use to justify doing nothing. But the market doesn't wait. Platforms change, algorithms shift, tools evolve, and early movers always win. The people making money right now? They're not waiting for a perfect moment. They saw the shift, and they jumped on it. You're hesitating. You're thinking about it. You're researching, but every day you don't act. Someone else takes the lead. Someone else claims the traffic. Someone else launches the exact same strategy you could have used. You'll see their ad, you'll scroll past their content, you'll hear their story, and deep down you'll know that could have been you. And that's the real pain. Not failure, but watching someone else live the life you were too slow to claim. This platform I'm about to show you, it's built to move fast. It rewards speed. It's not about studying for years like they teach you in college and university. It's about launching in a couple of weeks. But if you wait too long, the ad costs go up, the strategies get saturated. The early edge disappears. That's the cycle. So ask yourself this: how many opportunities have you already missed because you hesitated? You don't need more time. You need to get in while there's still room to win, before you become just another person saying, "I wish I started sooner." So let me ask you something. What if you didn't need to figure everything out? What if someone already built the machine, the engine that turns AI into money, and all you had to do was push the button? Because that's exactly what this is. It's not another course. It's not a bunch of YouTube videos stitched together into some maybe it works roadmap. It's a fully loaded AI-powered income system designed for people who are ready to move now, not someday. No guesswork, no fluff, no wasted time. This platform gives you the tools, the systems, and the exact steps to launch a real, functional online business. One that uses AI to do 90% of the heavy lifting. I'm talking about an entire framework that's already been battle-tested. A launchpad that removes all the usual friction points. You don't need to design. You don't need to write. You don't need to build funnels from scratch. And you definitely don't need to know how to be an entrepreneur. All you need is a device, a phone, or a laptop, and about an hour a day to get set up. This machine gives you access to the same AI tools that top digital marketers are using right now to print income online. It wraps them in a system that's plug and play. So instead of wondering what to do next, you just follow the steps, click the buttons, and watch the system come to life. Everything you need to launch is already inside. The tools, the templates, the strategy, even the mindset shift. You don't have to build the machine. You just have to use it. And when you do, that's when everything starts to shift. Let's get one thing clear. You're not here to learn about AI. You're here to learn how to use it to build, promote, and profit fast. From day one, you'll get hands-on with the same tools that are reshaping the digital economy. Not as theory, not as homework, but as action steps. You'll learn how to use ChatGPT to instantly generate landing pages, sales copy, emails, headlines, video scripts, without writing a single word from scratch. You'll discover how to guide Midjourney to create scroll-stopping visuals for ads, content, and branding. Even if you've never designed a thing in your life, you'll see how AI voice tools let you create faceless YouTube content, voiceovers, and promos. No camera, no microphone, no awkward recordings. The platform walks you through exactly how to use each tool to get real results, quickly. You'll learn proven workflows too. It's not about becoming an AI expert. It's about unlocking leverage. Because once you know how to work with these tools, even at a basic level, you instantly become 10 times more productive than anyone still trying to do it the old way. That's what this platform gives you. Not just information, but implementation. Not just tools, but the skill to command them. In a world where AI can write, design, speak, and automate, the only people getting left behind are the ones who never learn to ask it the right questions. You'll learn that here. And then you'll start building. But creating is only half the equation. Because once you have assets, content, offers, funnels, the real question becomes, How do you get people to see it? How do you turn this into cash flow without spending weeks guessing and burning money? That's where the second half of this system comes in. Let's talk about it. Most people hear about online marketing and think of shouting into the void, endless posting, complicated funnels, tech headaches, trial and error for months. Forget all of that. Modern marketing isn't about trying harder. It's about using the right systems and letting automation do the work for you. This system teaches you how to launch complete AI-assisted marketing engines that work while you sleep. You'll learn how to set up TikTok ads, Facebook ads, and Instagram promos, not like a senior employee, but like someone who knows exactly which buttons to push and when. The system gives you plug-and-play ad templates, step-by-step targeting setups, and ready-to-deploy creatives you can personalize in minutes. You'll see how to build YouTube funnels and email sequences that warm up cold traffic and convert strangers into buyers, without ever going on camera or writing long sales pages. And when it comes to scaling, the platform breaks down how to test fast, find winners, and amplify what works, all with simple tools and minimal risk. You're not building a giant marketing department. You're deploying lean, smart campaigns that run on automation and AI support. Most importantly, you'll learn why these strategies work, so you're not guessing. You're executing with clarity, confidence, and control. You don't need to be a marketing expert. You don't need to build a brand from scratch. You don't even need an audience. You just need to follow the blueprint, the same one others are already using to generate leads, sales, and commissions on autopilot. The rules have changed. Traffic isn't something you chase anymore. With the right tools and tactics, it comes to you. This is how real marketers operate today. And after this, so will you. So now you know how to use AI to build fast. You understand how to launch campaigns, attract traffic, and turn attention into income, without guesswork, without wasting time. But here's the part no one talks about, the hidden layer most people overlook. And ironically, it's the layer that decides whether everything you've learned actually works or quietly falls apart. I'm talking about your mindset. Because the truth is, knowing the tools isn't the hard part. The tactics are simple. The systems are already built. What holds most people back is what's going on in their head. They open the platform, watch the tutorials, get excited, and then hesitate. They overthink. They doubt themselves. They wait for the perfect moment, which never comes. Why? Because they're still thinking like employees. They're wired for permission, comfort, and fear of failure. But this new economy? It doesn't run on that wiring. It rewards people who move quickly, take responsibility, and learn by doing. That's why this platform goes beyond strategy. It teaches you how to operate like a digital entrepreneur, someone who doesn't need a manager, a schedule, or constant motivation to take action. Inside, you'll learn how to build momentum from day one, how to stay focused when distractions creep in, how to keep going when nobody's watching, and results aren't instant. Because if you can master that, everything else becomes simple. You stop consuming and start producing. You stop doubting and start executing. And most importantly, you stop waiting and start building a life you actually control. Now that you understand how to think and operate differently, let's talk about what actually happens when you get inside. Because this isn't one of those programs where you get dumped into a dashboard and left to figure it out. From the moment you join, you're following a clear, structured path, one designed specifically for people who are starting from scratch. Step 1 is launch. You'll pick a model, activate your tools, and follow a guided walkthrough to get your first funnel, product, or offer live. No coding, no tech setup, no spinning your wheels. Then comes testing. We'll show you how to drive initial traffic, how to track what works, and how to adjust with simple tweaks, using real data, not guesswork. Finally, you'll learn how to scale. Once you have something that works, we teach you exactly how to increase output without increasing effort. By automating what you can, optimizing what you control, and focusing only on what drives revenue. And here's the best part. You're never overwhelmed. Everything is divided into micro steps. You're not trying to build a business in one day. You're stacking small, meaningful wins, one action at a time. By the end of week 1, most users already have something live. By the end of the first month, they're collecting real results, leads, clicks, and in many cases, commissions. It's not magic. It's a method! And now that you know the path, the only thing left is to walk it. Because once you do, once you follow through, launch your system, and let it run, your day-to-day life starts to look very, very different. Now let me show you exactly what that life can feel like. Think for a moment about how most of your days have looked up until now. You wake up earlier than you'd like, already feeling behind. You rush to get ready, fight through traffic, sit through meetings that drain you more than they help. You watch the clock, stretch your lunch break just to breathe, and count down the hours until you can finally leave. By the time you're home, you're exhausted. Not from doing something meaningful, but from surviving another day. And somehow, you're expected to repeat that cycle for the next 10, 20, even 30 years. But what if your day could look completely different? Imagine waking up naturally, no alarms, no anxiety. You glance at your phone and see a notification. You've been paid. Not because you traded hours for dollars, but because your system, the one you built using AI and automation, kept working while you slept. There's no rush, no boss, no fixed schedule. You open your laptop not because you have to, but because you're building something that's yours. Something that grows even when you take a break. Your content is out there pulling in traffic. Your ads are running. Your funnels are converting. And you finally feel like you're in control, not just reacting to life, but actually shaping it. This isn't some fantasy or hype. It's the natural result of doing the right things in the right order, using the tools this platform puts in your hands from day one. When that happens, and it happens faster than most people think, your old life starts to feel like someone else's story. This is what freedom actually looks like. And now you have the chance to claim it. Now you've seen what's possible. How your life can look when you take control, when the system is live, and the income starts flowing. But don't just take it from me. Let me show you what it looks like when real people, complete beginners, actually follow the process. Take Kevin. He was working 10-hour shifts at a warehouse, barely seeing his kids, with nothing left at the end of the month. He joined the platform out of desperation. No tech skills, no idea what AI even was. But he followed the system exactly as it's laid out, launched his first campaign in 4 days, and landed his first $300 sale by the end of the week. Now he's building income streams that pay him daily, and he's spending more time with his family than he ever thought possible. Or Sarah, a single mom juggling 2 jobs. She had never made $1 online, didn't even know what funnel meant. She started applying what we teach, used AI to build simple content for TikTok, and ran her first promo ad using the exact templates provided. 32 days later, she hit her first 10K month. Now she teaches her daughter how to use ChatGPT. Then there's Faisal, 19 years old, no college, no experience, living in a small apartment with 3 roommates. He didn't have a plan, but he had urgency. He took what we gave him, built a faceless YouTube channel using AI voiceovers and auto-generated scripts, and turned it into $500 a day in affiliate income. These aren't flukes. They're not edge cases. They're simply people who stopped hesitating and started executing. And the most important part? None of them were experts. They didn't have time, money, or connections. What they had was access to a system, the willingness to follow it, and just enough belief to get started. Everything else? They figured it out inside, step by step. Just like you will. So if you're thinking, yeah, but will this really work for me? The real question is, will you actually do what they did? Because the system's already built. It's already working. And the only missing piece is you. By now, maybe you're wondering if this is actually something you can do. And honestly, that's the most normal reaction in the world. Because most people have been trained to believe that anything involving online income must be complicated, risky, or meant for someone else. But here's the truth. The only thing that feels hard is the part you haven't tried yet. Inside this platform, everything is laid out in a way that makes forward motion almost automatic. Each step connects to the next. Each action builds real momentum. And every time you apply what you've just learned, you'll see immediate results. Whether that's a working funnel, a live ad, a growing audience, or your first click. It's designed to work fast, not because we rush you, but because simplicity accelerates progress. You're not climbing a mountain here. You're following a map. And the more steps you take, the more clarity and confidence you gain. So if you've been stuck in your head overthinking your ability to pull this off, stop. This isn't about being perfect, it's about starting. And once you do, the process does most of the heavy lifting for you. At this point, you've seen what's happening. You've seen what this system can do, what others are achieving with it, and how quickly things can shift when you finally decide to move. So now the choice is simple. You can take action, step in, start building, and finally take control of the direction your life is heading. Or you can keep watching, keep thinking about it, keep letting the days pass while others, people no more capable than you, start creating results you'll eventually wish were yours. Because that's how this works. The people who move first don't just win. They leave everyone else wondering why they didn't act sooner. And while the opportunity will still exist tomorrow, your energy won't. Your urgency won't. You'll get busy, distracted, pulled back into the cycle you said you wanted to escape. That's how most people lose. Not because they chose the wrong system, but because they chose to wait. Then, 6 months from now, they see someone posting a screenshot, celebrating their first 10K month, and deep down, they know, that could have been me. But it won't be. Unless you do something now. There is no later moment that will suddenly feel easier, clearer, or more perfect. There's just right now. And the question is, what are you going to do with it? Now here's something you need to know. This isn't some open-ended program with unlimited access and endless invitations. We open the doors to a limited number of new users at a time, on purpose, because we want every person who joins to get results. And that means keeping the system focused, fast-moving, and built for action. Right now, we've opened up 100 new spots. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. And once those are filled, that's it. The door closes until the next round. No exceptions. No, can I squeeze in late emails? Because this platform isn't meant for browsers. It's meant for doers. The kind of people who don't just think about changing their lives, they actually do something about it. The ones who feel the urgency and move while others hesitate. So yes, this is real. Yes, the system works. Yes, you can do it. But only if you're in before the window shuts. Every spot that's taken is one less available for someone who hesitated. And once they're gone, they're gone. So don't scroll away telling yourself you'll come back later. Later always becomes never. If you've been looking for a sign, this is it. There are 100 spots. One of them has your name on it. But not for long. So if you've been waiting for the right time, this is it. And before this window closes, there's one more thing you need to hear. You've seen how fast the world is shifting, how AI is redrawing the lines of opportunity, and how people, ordinary people, are using it to completely change their financial reality. You've seen what this platform gives you. Not theory or hype, but a clear, structured way to build something real. Something automated. Something yours. The tools are there. The systems are in place, the support is built in, and the results? They speak for themselves. Every day, new users, people with no experience, no technical background, and no confidence when they start, are launching their first funnels, creating content, running campaigns, and waking up to income notifications instead of alarms. And now, it's your turn to decide what comes next. You can stay where you are, in the loop of maybe later, still hoping for something to change. Or you can take the exact same step they did. Click the button, claim your access, and get started right now. You don't need to know everything. You don't have to get it perfect. You just have to move. And when you do, we'll meet you on the other side. With the training, the tools, and the guidance to help you build something that actually works. This is your invitation to stop watching and start doing. To stop wondering what if and finally find out. And here's the part that usually surprises people. This doesn't cost thousands. It doesn't even cost hundreds. You've probably spent more on a random weekend out, a new pair of sneakers, or a monthly subscription you barely use. But unlike those things, this actually pays you back. You're not buying access to a course. You're unlocking a system designed to change the way you earn, work, and think for the rest of your life. Because once you're in and you start taking action, everything begins to shift. The only thing between you and that next chapter is a single click. So take it, and welcome to your new life.